Thank you so much for joining us today for the Pastor's Potluck Podcast. Here on the Pastor's Potluck, it's similar to a normal potluck where you might get something that you want and there may be something that you just want to pass up altogether. And that's okay. There's something here for everybody. Our goal here is to encourage you and maybe in the process entertain you. If you're ready, let's dig in. Hey, man. Check your microphone one more time.
Mic check, mic check.
Go.
Too much of a newcomer, yeah, too uncouth. Mic check, mic check.
Yeah.
1 2 1 2.
You
you
listening
know
to
this?
that LL Cool J?
If you are who they say you are.
Oh, yeah. Who was that guy's name?
Superstar. Have no fear. The crowd is here.
What was that? What was that artist's name?
I don't know. I'm looking it up right now because I love that song.
Dude, that's a good hype song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you ever seen this guy on social media? His name is Old Time Hackney or Hackney or something like that. Old Time Hackney, maybe, I don't know. But he always starts off his videos. He goes, "Well, hello there, buddy." And he's this lone guy that lives out in the woods with his dog, and he just records videos, and he makes all different types of dishes. He'll say "Oh, this is how you make a s'mores pie" or whatever. He's or it's it's not like one of those ASMR videos, but it's
He's whispery.
a little bit.
He has a microphone attached close to his.
He's like, "Well, hello there, buddy. You seem like you've had a long day. Why don't you come on inside for, a s'mores pie and a nice cold glass of ginger ale?"
I'm down for a s'mores pie. That sounds great. We're having s'mores at our youth thing. That's coming up. Our last Christmas thing.
Yeah. And so but he'll say, he was like, "Well, while the pie is cooking, why don't we just watch a video?" And it's always a VHS of something. And or he'll say "Hey, why don't we play some video games?" And it's always the retro stuff, the retro consoles. And I was thinking, every time that I watch this video, this guy reminds me of the holidays, because there's just something welcoming about it. Mm-hmm. There's something that takes you back to those feeling of the holidays.
Yeah.
Because of the old VHS or the old video games. I don't know. I was curious if you'd ever seen them.
No, I'm not familiar.
Who sings that song?
Lupe Fiasco.
Oh yeah, Lupe Fiasco.
Super
if you are what you say you are.
That's so good.
That's good.
Anytime, when I hear the word uncouth, that song, instant. I think it's the first time I ever heard that word.
Uncouth?
Uncouth.
Did they say that in that song?
Yeah, he does.
He raps it.
Yeah, it's so good. And
I
was
quit
the first
memorizing
time I heard
rap in the early 2000s.
Okay, listen, I don't think this is part of our plan at all.
It's not.
But how did you memorize rap lyrics? When you were into you just re-listened for a billion times, or did you ever look it up? Do you remember pulling the if you bought the CD, pulling out the front paper and reading the lyrics?
Yeah.
Did you do that? Did you read them?
I did, yeah.
While it was playing, you read it.
But so a lot of the times I didn't actually this is terrible, whatever, I don't care.
No, it's okay.
It's over with. But I used to download stuff on Napster, and then whenever Napster went away, then it was LimeWire.
Why you feel bad about this? Maybe because you're a music guy, but the whole world was doing that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's I there wasn't a whole lot of the inside covers of albums to be able to open
for that
up.
Phase, yeah.
I do remember cassettes. And you get the ones that had the lyrics printed on it, and it looked just like one of them super long.
It looked
receipts,
like a scroll,
receipt from CVS. Yes. You're how did that fit in this little tiny plastic
and how
case?
do you fold it back up to put it back in? Is it a dangerous place?
That's the thing. I could never remember
Yeah.
because if you remember on cassettes, some of them had holes that went through it because it had the pegs that held the wheels on the actual cassette itself.
Yes. Yeah.
And so you had to fold it back a certain way, because if it didn't go back exactly, the holes would be misaligned and it would never close all the way.
Yeah. Well, and then with CDs, they had little tiny like I don't know, like clips on the side so that could like you could slide that front cover sleeve right back in, and those clips, if those clips busted or whatever, that thing's flapping out of there anyway. Like I'm never going to know what these words are.
No, that was a terrible day. Like whenever, if you actually had like a CD and like the hinge, the plastic hinge, like the top piece that connected to the bottom, like if that broke, because you're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
And then obviously, then we all started resorting to the big CD binder. That held like binder. 96 CDs.
I had the visor binder. I had the visor holder.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah. I had the visor holder with like my 6 favorites, 6 or 7. It would hold like 7, I think, in the visor. Mine did anyway. Yeah. And those were my favorites, and those would be on rotation. And then right behind my driver's seat, I would reach around and pull up the big Bible book of CDs
out from underneath the passenger seat.
Just reach around, pull it out, flip through it. Trade out if I got something new. Like a vivid memory I have is getting the Stadium Arcadium CD. Yeah. Because it was a dual CD, red side and blue side. Yeah. And I can remember being like, this is going to be in the visor forever. Yeah. Like this is never going in the binder. I don't even know where those CDs are at this point.
I know.
Like they're lost. They're somewhere. They're at a yard sale somewhere probably. Who knows?
Did that with the Outkast, the Love Below Speaker Box album, because it was 2 CDs on one.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm this old. So before they even started putting CD players in cars, like obviously they had the cassettes.
Right.
And then they started selling like this attachment.
The adapters.
Yeah. It was a cassette.
Yeah.
You put it
We had that forever.
Yeah. And it had a wire that hooked up to the headphones on your speaker.
Yeah.
But the stupid thing is because like if you were like a little bit cheap, like you had to hold your CD player.
Yeah.
Because like if you didn't have like the shock proof CD player.
Anti-skip.
Yeah, the one that like scanned the CD ahead of time. So like if you did skip, like it wouldn't like it had time to catch up or whatever, and it wouldn't lag through the CD player. Because dude, if you hit a speed bump and then that just got a good bump, it'd take a good 30 seconds for the CD player to
catch up with that skip,
and it would just be dead air. You're like, I wish they would just hurry up and put a CD player in a car already. Yeah.
Well, the car that I have now, currently in the year 2024, is the first car I ever had with a CD player.
So they're still putting
great. This, but I've had this car for 10 years.
Not your truck though. Your truck doesn't have a CD player.
The truck does not have a CD player.
How weird is that?
No, it doesn't. For a second, I thought maybe it did. It does not.
Doesn't feel weird?
No, it feels weird. I thought for a second it did have a CD player, but it doesn't.
Yeah, no.
No, it does not. It is crazy.
Because everything runs off of Bluetooth. And then if it has to do kind of like any kind of like maps updates, it just does it through cellular.
Just does it. Isn't that wild? What a weird world.
Dude, it's crazy. And the more and more, not to go into off the deep end, because you could easily do this, the more and more that I think about it, because whenever I first heard this, I thought, this is complete lunacy. But that Elon Musk Neuralink, I'm like, why not?
He's over here going, instead of Siri, change the song, you're going, Jared, change the song.
Yeah,
speaking to yourself in your own mind. You're like, I just changed the song. How about that?
Yeah, Jared, set a reminder.
My own self
How
reminder.
Weird would that be? Just walking around talking to yourself.
It's crazy. It's so wild.
Yep, but we're in full holiday swing, holiday mode.
Yes, Christmas time.
All right, dude, real quick. If you can get rid of one Christmas song, what would it be?
I actually just asked teenagers this question, and they wanted to veto the Chipmunk song. The what is it? Don't be late. Christmas, don't be late. That was a good Chipmunk voice on my behalf.
I would get rid of, this is where people grab the pitchforks and the torches and they come after me. Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You.
I knew you were coming for Mariah. I knew you were coming for her.
I'm done with it. I've been done with it for a long time, and this is the first time that I'm talking about this publicly because I've gotten to the point.
You're on a list now.
I am on making a list, checking it. No, but they play it everywhere. I'm telling you,
it is everywhere.
And so the issue is like if you go into a store and you spend any more time than 30 minutes, it's gonna play again.
Yeah.
Because they're thinking that people are just gonna get in, grab whatever they need, and get out. So if you go to like the bookstore, if you go to if I'm going shopping for my wife at Ulta, or if I'm going to Walmart, if I'm going to Target, of whatever, it's on. I'm telling you, every 30 minutes in these places, and it's driving me nuts. And I'm tired of giving that woman streaming money.
Yeah,
she has enough money from this song.
Yeah, she
doesn't have to do anything for the rest of her life.
Listen, Mariah Carey, I just heard this on a pod. That song has been at the top of the Christmas charts back to back for like 6 years straight.
Please tell me somebody broke it.
They did. Brenda Lee, she's like in her 70s now, rocking around the Christmas tree.
Yep.
She got a TikTok account, and she just like people were following her, whatever her following, and she literally put out, this was last year in 23, she said, hey, let's knock Mariah off the top.
I need to meet this
And she's
woman.
like in her 70s or something, because she recorded Rock Around the Christmas Tree when she was 13.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, 13 years old when
she recorded. Is that song really that old?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's old.
Yeah, I mean, that's the 60s.
Yeah, and so she got her TikTok following to blow up Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. Jeez. And last Christmas, they did a poll, and for the first time in years, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, which had never been at the top. It's always been like towards the top. Never. Yeah. In its long history of existence. In 23, it was at the top. Isn't that fun?
Good for her.
TikTok and Brenda Lee paired together. Now, you guys don't get all your news from the Potluck podcast. You may want to check some of those because I heard this from another podcast. So I didn't check it myself. This is just me sharing off of what I've heard.
Yeah. And now we're going to Bob in sports.
This is not news radio, in case you're wondering.
Jessica, give us an update on the weather.
How's the temperature in the kids' wing? Flurries.
That was good. What's a hobby that screams holiday vibes?
For me, baking.
For sure. Oh my gosh. Even just the smell of it. Like, I wonder how many candles they sell that are just like the baking scents.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Pie. Cookies.
Yeah.
All the things.
Yeah.
Cookies are big. Cookies are holiday. I actually got teary-eyed on our staff Christmas dinner, staff and elders dinner, because there's, where I come from, cookies for every holiday.
Yeah.
Every celebration.
They had a cookie table.
Yes.
I remember this.
Cookies all the time.
We've talked about this on the podcast.
Oh, perfect. Excellent. And the only time that I ever get this one cookie, it's called like a butterscotch smoothie. Yeah. The only time I ever get it is at Christmas at my parents' house.
At your mom's house, yeah.
Like, that's it. And when I came to the staff Christmas dinner, I go over to like the dessert area. Lo and behold, I see these little buttercup looking things, and I go, I don't know, maybe. I peel one, I take a bite, and I literally feel like a rush over me. Like my eyes get a little bit teary.
You're like Ego and Ratatouille.
Dude, exactly like just that.
Sucked back.
It was like the room just disappeared. And all of a sudden, I'm like sitting on my parents' couch as a kid. Like, it was the wildest.
With your dad looking at you going, well, hello there, buddy.
Come on in.
Would you like a butterscotch cookie? And then you're zapped back because Paul's like, hey.
I zap back because I'm like, I can't cry right now standing here eating a cookie.
Yeah. Look at my eye twitch. You're
Goodness.
like, look at my eye twitch, Paul. You just ruined this moment.
It was awesome. And so I figured I knew who had made them. It was Marie. She's from the like northern part of the state, and she's familiar with lots of different cookie options. And I said, did you make these? And
I didn't eat any of the cookies.
Yeah. She's like, I made them. And I said, well, I want you to know, like, really, it moved me like on the inside. It moved me in a really cool way. But I think that's what the holidays can do, is they can like bring out like these different things, and baking is one of those things for me. Like, and those aren't even like, they're not like an intricate cookie, but just like that thing is holidays to me. Like it screams holidays. So that was cool. And she sent me home with some of the extras, which was really special. It was really sweet of her.
Yeah. You know what I like about, actually, I don't really care for it, is whenever we do like these big get-togethers and they're a little bit smaller, like whenever we did the church Christmas dinner, like you can't keep track of who brought what.
Oh, yeah.
And all that other nonsense. But like whenever we have like the staff and elder Christmas party, and then, you know, everybody's supposed to bring something, and people are bringing desserts and stuff like that, I feel like the people that bring desserts are like they're watching me to see if I grab what they brought. And then I feel judged whenever I don't grab what they bring.
You don't feel that way about the other foods too? Like savories and
no,
like main dish stuff?
No.
I feel the exact opposite.
Really?
I feel like main dish stuff, because I am a sweets person. It's part of my issues. There's a list of them, but that's one of them. And I feel like, oh, they're going to be upset if I don't eat this or that. Like, I love the green beans.
Yeah.
I'll pick the green beans over like this really clever, like something else that someone made that's like meaty or like something. And I'm going, oh, I know that meat pie or that whatever that was, I know that's a lot of work and probably costs more than a green bean, but I like this better. And I'm thinking, oh boy, I wonder if they're upset that I didn't eat that. But desserts, I'm like, you can't judge me.
I'm that way.
I'm already judging myself. You can't judge me.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. So.
Did you have desserts that night?
I did. I did. I didn't even put them on a plate. And this is my problem. This is my problem too, because sweets are an issue for me as well. I just literally stood there with my drink, and because a lot of it was just like small bites.
Yeah.
It was just like small bites, just enough for one bite. And so I just stood there.
Like you were at Sam's Club doing the samplers.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you. So please, good. I'll have another. like instead of throwing it away, like I was putting it in my mouth. And it's bad.
That's all right. What about you, holidays? What?
I try to drink as much eggnog as I can.
Oh, gross! I forgot.
As I can physically tolerate.
Oh boy.
That is what screams holiday vibes for me. Last year, I think I was up to like 7.5 gallons of eggnog. I've surpassed that this year.
So crazy.
I think I've doubled it. It is. I love it, and it's got to be a specific brand. Like I can't do like the Southern Comfort one. I can't do the ones that come in like the paper, like milk carton, quote unquote. I like the Kroger brand, and then I like the one that comes. It's like the Homestead Creamery, the one that comes in the glass jar. Like that one's good.
Yeah,
but that gets me in the holiday spirit. I'm honestly surprised. And I should probably go to the doctor and get this looked at because I've felt quite dizzy after chugging that amount of sugar a couple of times.
I don't want to be an object of your judgment in what I'm about to say, but I'm going for it anyway. I like eggnog-ish. I think it's too strong to drink it straight for me, my taste.
You have to cut it with milk.
I drink almond milk.
Yeah.
Natural, I switched over to almond milk like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I found an almond milk eggnog that I loved. I just finished it yesterday, and I've been mixing it with my morning protein powder, chocolate powder, and it has made the most delightful holiday protein drink ever. Paul caught me doing it yesterday. He saw me making this drink, and he goes, "Are you?" So sorry. He goes, "Are you using eggnog?" And I look up, like, just no shame in my game. I look up and I go, "It's almond milk eggnog." And he's like, what are you doing? I was like, it's actually perfectly spiced. It feels very festive.
Yeah.
It's a very festive start to my day, and it's not that high in calories. It's really good for me. And he was just like, okay, and just walks away like ashamed. So much shame. But I don't, it's whatever.
Yeah, I feel like Erica is very judgmental towards my eggnog intake. You're on a completely different planet, putting it in chocolate protein and almond milk eggnog.
That is, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, how dare you?
Yeah, that's some like Portland stuff right there.
No, that's homeless stuff right there.
Oh no! I disagree.
But yeah,
the shame.
I do need it. I have a problem. I understand that. I only get it for like 2 months out of the year.
If any of the listeners know if there's a eggnog hotline, please forward it.
It's eggnog AA. Eggnogaholic.
Oh my boy, gosh. This guy.
All right.
That's awesome.
Continuing with our holiday conversation, what's a creative way to get family members off of their phones doing something fun together over the Christmas break? We know that this little device in our hands can take over. It can ruin a day. It really can.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we have been victims of seeing other people doing it.
Yep. And
we have been the victimizers.
Yeah. Victimizer. Is that like the Meister burger? That's it.
Yep. But like we've been the culprit and we've been the recipient.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
No. Yeah.
We've seen it. We have participated.
Yep, for sure. So at our Christmas gatherings, we try to do games.
Yeah.
At least one. Like, so when we do share meals together, like when we share the meal, it's kind of like understood that like no phones during mealtime. Like we sit together, we yap, we talk, like we like laugh, tell jokes, remember stories, like whatever. And then after we eat, it's usually like a little bit of lounge time. And during that time, you can be on your, like, it's not even a rule. It's just kind of understood like, hey, you're just recovering from the feast that you just endured. And now, like, you just relax. You can scroll your phone. You can whatever. But then we usually do some type of game. Like, so I have 3 siblings. And between the 4 of us, we are pretty creative. We like to have fun. And we almost always have some type of game to play. Like I can remember the first time one of my siblings brought headbands into the family, and it was like we just had a blast playing that game. I remember one of my other siblings bringing in Mad Gab when that was like new. So we're like kind of up and into that kind of stuff like as a family. And so like us siblings would like bring something into the family gathering. So it's like, hey, put your phones away. I remember one year I did hook up like the Jackbox TV to like, and so you can be on your phone, but you're on your phone to play a game. Like it's interactive. Yeah. And so it was
we've done that a couple of times.
So it like married those ideas where you're like, hey, if you feel the need to be on your phone, that's fine, but you're going to do it with all of us. Like we're all going to do something together. So those are games, and food are the ways that we allow ourselves to escape the screens during the holiday times. Yeah,
we do the same thing. It's games. We put up the phones. We have conversation. Just like around holidays. Like, hey, you describe your perfect meal or whatever, and the kids love those types of things. They just love being able to just be a part of that, like a conversation, but also tell everybody like this is what I would want if I was in charge.
Yeah.
And so it does a couple of things. It allows them to share some things that they really enjoy, really love, or whatever the case may be. But it also gives us ideas on what to do to incorporate those things as parents. Yeah. What they like and what they don't really care for. Things to stay away from. But yeah, all electronics, those are the ones that just like suck the the energy out of the room. Even whenever we go and visit family in Texas, we have a rule. It's just whenever everybody's together, all your cousins are there, y'all are off your phones.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're on them.
Yeah.
But my kids, I want you to be present because I want these relationships to be cultivated because that's your family.
Yep.
And I wish that sentiment was kind of felt across all family, but I'm not in charge of them, so they can do. I'm gonna try to teach my kids what I hold valuable. Yeah. And in those ways, but. Yeah, but we live for those little moments. You know, we like playing the video games together. You know, if it's just like, hey, like everybody hop on their tablets and join me in a game of Minecraft or whatever.
Right. Everyone together.
Everybody's, it's killing two birds with one stone. They get to get on their electronics, but we're all doing something together. Yeah, like they find that fun. We do the Jackbox. The Jackbox kids just great. They hee-haw at that.
Yeah, it's so good. For anybody who has never done Jackbox or doesn't know about that, like look into it. It is a really good resource for like family time. Yeah. And it just like
lots of laughs.
Yes, it just puts fun right in front of you in a really tangible way to be creative and laugh and like even if you're not good at the games, that's almost what makes it funny sometimes. Like I've played different Jackbox games and someone just doesn't understand the game and that makes it hilarious. Yes. Like you're just like, what the heck? What are you doing?
Yeah. I remember the first time we did it with the kids, everybody was like, I don't even know what we're doing. Like, Dad, you have to tell us the rules. I was like, it's going to explain it. Like you just have to just chill out. Yeah. So, but they're
fun.
Super fun. Are you going to take like a break from like social media like during the holidays?
Well, it depends. I usually will take a little bit of a break. I try to institute a break like whenever, even throughout my weeks, my regular schedule. Like I try to institute like, hey, I can be on these things during these times and then like that's it. Yeah. And so for the holidays, I haven't made any specific plans to do that, but I have done things like that in the past. I'd like to put something into play where I'm like, hey, I'm going to get on a little bit here and there. But it can sometimes, at least for me, I feel like it can take away from my experience
100%
of my reality.
Yeah.
Like, because social media just isn't my reality. My reality's in the room with me. Yeah. Like, it's like these people, and I don't like the feeling that I get sometimes when that does get taken. But it gets taken from me. It's something that I like allowed to happen because I'm the one that opened the app and I'm the one that scrolled around and like whatever, and then all of a sudden I'm got some weird sort of way about me, whether it's like I'm more excited for somebody else than I am the people in the room. I'm feeling jealous about somebody else because of what's in the room. And I'm just going, I don't know, that's the thing for right now. Yeah. Like maybe later I can look at this, but right now I want to be here.
What's the longest you've ever gone like
without social media?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, intentionally or accidentally, because I will go days sometimes without looking at it and someone will be like, I sent you something.
I know people they're like, hey, did you ever get that thing on Instagram I sent you? I'm like, I am never on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because for some strange reason, and I don't understand this, every time I get on Instagram and I go to search something up, all of the recommendations, it shows you like all these pictures are like nothing but like images of like women in spandex or stuff.
Oh yeah.
And the only reason I have an Instagram is because it's connected to my Facebook. So if I post something on Facebook, it automatically does that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we also do Pastor's Potluck on Instagram as well. So I have to have access to that as well.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I get on it once a month.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that, whatever, like any messages that come in for the potluck or for myself or whatever, and just clear all that out. But
yeah, social media is spooky in that way.
Well,
like you're targeted but because you're a person, and then the second you like even to swipe into something to like delete it, that swipe into it feeds the algorithm.
Well, that's the thing. Like
And
I've
you're
never
going,
swiped
okay.
into, like I've never done anything.
yeah.
That's what frustrates me.
No, because your profile is male, so you're naturally going to be targeted for things.
Yeah.
Like
well,
that's just welcome to social media. It's horrifying. Parents, if you're listening, think about things before you let your kids have social media and be really, really intentional. It is so spooky out there and really crazy. This is Christmas. This is my gift. Here's my gift to you. Educate yourself. Educate yourself. Like, please, 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 your kids, I know you love them. I love them. I love you. I want to cheer for you. And I want you to succeed in parenting. Please know these apps. Please know them. Please be aware, because there are things wanting to just like destroy your kids out there.
Yes.
And it's our job as adults to protect them. Mm-hmm. And yeah, if you need help and resources, src.life/youth. I'll hook you up with some resources.
For sure. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
A little plug there. I liked it, but good
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, good information to always keep at the forefront of your mind.
Yeah.
If you do have kids. Now, do you think that social media trends during the holidays like help or hurt like our well-being, like mentally?
Oh my gosh. First of all, social media trends during the holidays can break your bank.
Yes.
Let's start there. Like, I was just scrolling through my email, and several of my personal email, several of the like tags was like as seen on TikTok or like trending item, like whatever. And I'm going, trending where? It's all trending on social media. Like,
I haven't seen this.
This isn't at 7-Eleven, my go-to spot. Like, oh my gosh. And I think that they're like, it almost reminds me of like Oprah's favorite things, like whenever people like go that route.
Dude, I always wanted to be in the audience for that.
Dude, to hear, look under your seat, there's one right there.
Yeah,
like, congratulations.
And just nonchalantly, everybody in the room gets a car. And yeah, I know.
That's awesome.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I think that there is something there for like someone. I try to be pretty conscious about like my finances. Like, I'm not a rock star, but I'm better than I've been.
Yeah.
And I think that social media trends can affect the health of my bank account.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I also think I just heard this actually I talked about this with someone in person, and then I heard it on another podcast today. They talked about how when you're giving a gift, like, you don't get, like, there is joy in someone's reaction, but a gift means you're like giving something to someone, and how they receive it is up to them. You can't determine how they receive it.
Yeah.
And so I do think like social media trends, like unboxings and all these things, like shows maybe a false sense of excitement about something.
Yes.
And then you gift something to someone and they don't meet your expectations of excitement, and all of a sudden you feel some sort of way, whether it's bitterness or upset or frustration, and the joy of giving that gift is now gone because you've already compared it to something that's not even real in your life.
I feel like you have been a fly on the wall anytime, like in the Bodker household, Christmas time.
You're just a family. You're normal people. That happens to everyone.
Well, I'm the type of person that, like, it's very easy to tell what my emotion is at any given point.
Yeah.
Because I have no filter whenever it comes to my excitement or my frustration. Like, I can't hold those things in. I don't know what it is. And if someone is so excited to give me something, I cannot fake excitement.
Yeah, yeah. That's tough. Oh.
Especially whenever you're like, hey, I spent this amount of money on...
Yeah. Yeah. Rough.
This is why I tell people, don't buy me anything. Tough. Give me like money or a gift card. If you're going to give me something, give me money, give me a gift card. I'm going to save you the hassle of
feeling some sort of way,
feeling let down. Like I let him down, because it's not my intention to do that.
Right.
I would rather just go pick it up myself, because then at any given moment, I'm a guy too. So one thing that that maybe I was excited about a month ago, that excitement is gone.
I think that's also a person thing. Like we go through our phases, what we like, what we don't like. Yeah. And I think trends have a part to play in that. Like what we see on social media, like, goodness, I wanted this like viral mop. If you got me that mop today, I'd be like, what's this for?
Yeah.
Why'd you give me this? I don't want it now. I wanted it because I saw it work in like 80, 100 trending videos. And
that's what Erica did. She got suckered with that steam cleaner. Yeah. Have you seen that going around on TikTok?
I don't want it. I don't even, when I start to see stuff, that's why I can't be on TikTok anymore, because everything's shops.
Yeah.
Everything's TikTok shop right now. Like if you're watching a TikTok video, there's no more fun dances. There's no more like voiceover fun videos.
Mine's all funny animal videos.
See, that is the other option, I guess. But like everything is shop. Like it's like anything in this video you can buy. Now you can probably buy the animals out of the video. Like I don't know. Like, and so I can't do it. I'm not into it right now. Like I think the trends, I think you should just look at your own life and think about what you enjoy. Yeah. And
don't let it be ruled by what's going on in a different, completely unrealistic environment, such as social media. Yeah. Because like ultimately, I mean, you've heard this time and time again, that it is a faked and forced reality that is nowhere to be found anywhere on the planet. Yeah. And it's unrealistic to try to live like these influencers who are going to different places and stuff. Yep. Make the most out of every little scenario, situation, relationship, conversation that you are in. Define your own reality. Define your own experiences. Don't let someone else say like, oh, you've got to go do this. Yep. You've got to go see the Greenbrier at Christmas. It may be great. Your experience of that may be great. Yep. But I can't allow that to dictate if it's going to be great for me. Yes. Because nothing will ever live up to our own expectations of what we want to do. If someone is persuading that, find the things, find the off the beaten trail experiences and go do those. Yeah. But,
I think that's good. That's good words.
Well, last question before we get to the mystery meat. What does a win look like in terms of going through this Christmas season, going through this Christmas holiday, maybe even through New Year's, with the break that we have, with just whatever, with friendships and traveling and, just what does a win look like for you? Maybe just an overall.
Yeah. I think that a win for the Christmas break, going through these holiday seasons, a little bit of time off, that kind of stuff, seeing family. I think a win would be coming out of this season feeling like a sense of more. Mm-hmm. Feeling more coming out of it versus feeling drained coming out of it. Yeah. That's a win in my book. And that more might look like more because of time with people, or more because of true rest, or more because we could make it whatever, and I don't really know exactly what it could be because we have to go through it, but to come out on the other side and go, oh man, I feel better having gone through that last week, having been through the last 8 days, 10 days, whatever, than before I entered those 10 days. Yeah, that would be a win in my book.
Yeah, that's a good win. I don't have a win.
Dang it. There's no victories here.
There's no victories here in this household.
Just the baby in the manger is the only victory.
As long as I wake up.
As long as there's eggnog in the refrigerator.
Oh, dude, that would be an L. That is... whenever you start going to the grocery store and they don't have it anymore, oh man, that's so miserable.
I feel like that happened to me with something recently, and I did feel very sad. It was, oh my gosh. Oh, I wish I could remember what it was. Oh, it was Nutter Butters. Dang it.
They have those year round.
Listen to me. It doesn't matter. I wanted them last week. Yeah. I wanted the Nutter Butters, and I went to the section where they are, and there were none. And I said, who's out here eating all the Nutter Butters?
Nunter butter?
At the Dollar General in St. Albans. Who is out here eating them all? And it wasn't me because I haven't bought them in months, but I was just like a hankering for them.
Yeah.
But they have like the Dollar General brand of the Nutter Butter cookies.
Yeah.
They're round like an Oreo though. Doesn't matter. I think they might be better.
Yeah.
It's a better Nutter Butter. Dang.
It is time for the mystery meat. You're trying to make up slogans for like companies now.
Yeah.
You missed your calling in marketing. Mystery meat question for this week. If you could only communicate using movie quotes for a day, which movie would you choose as your vocabulary source?
You have to go first, I'm thinking.
I think, I don't know.
I have so many that I pull from.
Probably like 300.
Get out. What?
How fun would that be if you just were able to walk around screaming, "This is Sparta"? They're like, no, sir, this is a Walmart.
Is that also Are You Not Entertained? Is that the same?
No, I think that's Gladiator.
Dang it. They're all the same to me.
Yeah.
Are You Not Entertained is a great quote. I love declaring that when something absolutely ridiculous happens.
Yeah, you should do Gladiator.
No.
Yeah, because then you can walk around, you're like, my name's Marcus.
Gosh, I feel like if this was TV show, I'm sold. I already know mine. But movies.
Because you already do it.
Yep. I'm just, I don't know. There's a handful. Gosh, this is hard for me. I don't know. If I just had to like say something out of nowhere, I'm leaning towards like, see, I'm drawing up blanks. This Christmas.
Like you got to think of like a movie that it's okay and you would get away with saying the quotes in everyday conversation.
And no one would maybe even know. You're just out here saying stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you now. Let me see. Maybe something like, okay, this is just in my head because of the holidays. We just watched it and it's so quotable. Something like Elf.
Yeah.
Like probably a lot of Will Ferrell things.
Yeah.
Because there's quotes that are funny in there that are meant for humor, but they're just phrases, like everyday phrases. So I think of some of those, like some of those movies have stuff that's just like you could say it any day.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, yeah, it's totally normal to say. But you know.
Yeah. Yeah, if I had to go with like PG, it would probably be like the Lorax or something.
That's good.
Yeah.
Or like Harry Potter. What did we say the other day? What was the Avacadabra or
no, it's
Levioso?
Yeah, it was something like that. I forget what it was. We were in the middle of a meeting and we were talking and like, you have to do
encourageoso.
Yeah, encourageoso or whatever.
It's not encourageoso. It's encourageosa. Oh my gosh.
That would be weird and funny though.
That would be fun.
Because like you could introduce your dogs, like I forget what the dog's name in Harry Potter is that Hagrid has.
Mm-hmm. It has a name.
Yeah. But you could talk like Hagrid.
That would be fun to just like have like accents all day because we're like here. I asked somebody yesterday, we're getting somewhere. We're going somewhere. We need to end soon. I asked someone yesterday because I went to dinner with two people who are like from the area. And I said, do I really sound like it different to you guys? Like, when I talk, it sounds different? And they were like, yes, really. And I just like nodded and I was like, all right, cool.
Like in terms of what though?
Like accent. Like I'll say words and they're like, you just sound different than everyone else that we know. And I'm going, okay, probably. But you know how it is. Like if it's your voice, you don't hear it. Like,
no, I don't hear it.
I don't hear.
Like you told me the way that I say adult is funny.
It's so funny. Adult.
Adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think most of the ways that I hear people you're not wrong in saying it like that. It's just the way you say it. Most of what I hear is like adult. Like it's that way instead of adult.
I know. I get made fun of like for the way I pronounce things a lot.
Yeah, that's okay.
Like,
I get made fun of for things.
Because people say like, because we have a church here in town and it's called Maranatha. But everybody here says Maranatha.
Yeah.
Maranatha. You're like, okay, moonshiner, get back in the mountains.
He says, listen, I think because I'm born in West Virginia, I actually have to beat you up for saying that. I'm from the north, but you can't make fun of us.
Yes, I can.
Equal opportunity comments only. This is the potluck. We can just pass that dish right up.
For real.
There you go. Put that dish in the compost.
Just
give that dish to the donkeys.
No, it's Tina. Come get your food.
Oh my gosh!
From Napoleon Dynamite. I'd quote that
so
one.
Good.
I'd
that
quote
is
that
a good
one.
movie to quote.
That's a good
because there's a
callback,
lot
too.
of relatable things. I just quoted that one. Remember, I said I shaved my head because my hair was making my head so hot. Oh, see,
Yeah.
we got issues around here.
We do. Alrighty. We love you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you
time
on
is here.
Wednesday, Tuesday.
Tuesday is
No,
Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas Eve, Wednesday.
Christmas is on Wednesday.
Yeah, this Wednesday
Christmas
coming up.
time is here. Oh yeah, we have Christmas Eve services
Yeah, we do.
on the 24th.
Yep, at 4 p.m.
At 4.
Yeah, enough
Oh my
time
gosh.
for you to come out in the afternoon and have service with us, and enough
Yeah.
time to go and have dinner afterwards. So it's gonna be
Yes.
fun. It's gonna be good.
Yes.
We got some special things planned, but join us here at Southridge
It'll
Church.
be even more special if you're here.
Wouldn't be Christmas Eve without you.
Christmas time is here. Spreading joy.
Thank you so much for listening in with us today. We really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You can also follow us on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, and you can also watch the video version of this on YouTube as well. All you have to do is search up the Pastor's Potluck Podcast. From all of us here, we want to say thank you, and we'll see you next week.